The first Harry Potter game came out in 2001, and it was just a simple Lego game. Since then, we've seen a ton of Harry Potter games, each one getting more and more realistic. Well, mostly realistic. But now we have Hogwarts Legacy, the most immersive wizarding experience yet. Except there's one thing missing: consequences for the choices that you make. So I fixed that with mods and made the game realistic. Students now have real schedules. Skip class, detention. Out after curfew, detention. Duel with any student? Well, that one's honestly just really cool. And I'll be spending the next 100 days in Hogwarts with just one singular goal: become the darkest wizard possible. Which means I'll need to learn and master every single spell that Hogwarts has to offer, including the one and the only. You might be wondering why I'm even doing this, because like a lot of you, I grew up a huge Harry Potter fan. I played Harry Potter on my Game Boy Advance late at night under the covers, and I even pretend to use a broom as if it was my own personal Nimbus 2000. Now, my journey to become the most darkest wizard possible has to start where every wizard or witch's journey starts, and that is at the iconic Sorting Hat ceremony. But this time, it is in realistic Hogwarts Legacy. Of course, on my first day, I was getting ready to figure out what house I would be in. Every single thought about what house I wanted was racing through my head. I was genuinely a little nervous. I had no idea what was going to happen with this sorting hat. I just knew that this house was going to be a very big deal. Okay, so I have this app called the Sorting Owl, and it basically gives me a plethora of questions based off of my personality to determine what house I'm gonna be in. Okay, so I have my results. I was not expecting to be in Gryffindor! If I'm being honest, I definitely expected to be in this house, and hey, you can't say that I'm just a follower because the app told me exactly what house I should be in. At least I'm not some Huffpuff. It was a quick night, so quick in fact I didn't even get to see my dorm until the morning. Now this dorm was honestly breathtaking. Seeing this for the first time in game, it made this feel pretty surreal to me. I mean, I grew up watching the movies, and I definitely know kinda how the dorm room looks, and to be able to get a closer look to it is just the icing on the cake. But things got even crazier as I stepped foot into my first class. Offense against the dark arts. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. I was able to learn the spell Leviosa pretty quickly. After showing off my skills to the class, it was time for me to duel. And it wasn't even close. I mean, I absolutely destroyed him.
Bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Darn right. That was Sebastian, and in the main story, he plays a pretty big role, but honestly, I hate the main story. So for this video, I'll try to be staying as far away from the story as much as possible, and only use it as progression, because this is my Hogwarts Legacy. But enough about that. Sebastian did have some key information for me though.
If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then.
And break the rules is exactly what I was about to do. It's now the end of day 2, and I still want to do a little bit of exploring before I head to bed. But I must be careful, because like I said before, this time there is a real curfew system, so getting caught would land me in detention and all the way back to my dorm. Okay, I'm gonna need to be careful. As you can see in the bottom left of my screen, that's the red pulse, basically saying it's curfew time. Looking at the paintings at night and just this entire castle at night was honestly breathtaking, but I wanted to go into the potions room. Okay, I'm going into the potions room just to see if anybody's in there. No way, that's a teacher. No. No! Oh my gosh, I got caught. Okay. Thankfully, I just got a warning, and I started my day off by petting a cat. I was now attending my second class, Charms class. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered into Charms room. Honestly, this is one I'm not too excited for, but...
Here.
Oh, do I have a spot?
You.
Oh.
There's an open seat
Oh, good.
Here.
I was able to learn yet another spell, only getting me closer to mastering all of them. Okay. This one is Accio, which I think it just is a simple, just bring things to me.
Accio.
Here we, yep. Perfect. Look, I'm a natural. I'm an absolute natural.
That is not bad.
I know. And Professor Weasley was taking notice of my hard work. On day 5, I started out my day by again petting a cat, and this time the cat actually spoke. Please like the video and subscribe. Now that I'm sure you've liked this video, so I know to make more of these in the future, I got to learn yet another spell. This spell doesn't really mean much to a dark wizard, but it's still extraordinarily handy. Reparo. I repaired a statue, and things felt pretty good, but things would soon change in a very big way. On day 7, I finally left the castle and saw the open world of Hogwarts. I was on my way to a beautiful place called Hogsmeade. Now, if you're a huge nerd Harry Potter fan like me, I always hated it that Harry couldn't actually enjoy Hogsmeade because his so-called parents wouldn't sign a piece of paper, so I took extra joy in getting to see this place for myself. I made my first stop into honestly what would be the most important shop of this entire remaining 93 days. Hello?
It's you.
It's me!
Just a moment, please.
Okay. Most of the ones didn't end up working. Oh my goodness! Oh wow. Until one did. I got the power to customize it. I've always liked the idea of literally taking a piece of stick from a tree and turning it into some magic producing wand. So basically, I made a stick wand. No, don't be laughing at my stick wand. I don't want to see any comments about my stick wand. But the real question is, would it work? And...
extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Or dark future. Oh, I'm so misunderstood. I then got to go into a shop called Zonko's. If I said that wrong, I honestly do not care. But if this shop does not remind you of the Weasley twins, then I honestly don't know what will. So much is going on, and I absolutely love it. And there, of course, is a nice red button that says, don't push. So obviously, I pushed it. Oh my goodness! Okay. I then made my way to a potion shop, and when walking in, it was kind of breathtaking. The clutter and all of the potions ready to be used and brewed. I mean, man, it really makes me appreciate that these developers took so much time to put all of this in there. If only they would have done that with the main story. I purchased some necessary things for the story mode, and things felt pretty great. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Oh my goodness, we have a troll in Hogsmeade. Okay, Sebastian. It is up to you and I to protect this town. Wow, this thing is huge. Just the first 5th year. Here we go. Taking down a troll. Good job, Sebastian. Ah. Oh my goodness, this thing does not want to fall. Yes. Almost there. Ah! I can feel it, Sebastian. This is the end. What the? It's safe to say I destroyed and conquered that troll. On day 10, people were starting to notice me around the castle, and they were taking pictures and videos of me. Now, how they have Snapchat all the way back then, I have no idea, but hey, this is a school of magic, so let's not start asking questions now. On day 15, I continued to work hard and studied all of my classwork, and I was given yet another spell to master. Alright, Incendio. I love it! Now, I'm still a bit away from learning the one and the only, but I am getting closer. Now, things did end up taking a pretty crazy turn. I would be going to the restricted section. Oh boy. Well, now I wish I could tell you it was more of an important reason for me to go to the restricted section for my journey, but it really wasn't. The only importance of this mission is the fact that I get to learn the spell Disillusionment, which makes me invisible. Okay, let's test the spell. Oh my goodness, this is game changer now if I want to go out during curfew. However, this mission was actually pretty interesting. It was actually quite amazing the amount of detail and effort put into this area. I was always super curious about what this area actually looked more like when I saw it in the movies. And honestly, this did not disappoint. But my journey down here would quickly come to an end because on day 18, it was time for herbology time. Woo! Basically, if you don't know what herbology is, it's where plants come to life and increase every wizard and witch's dream. Honestly, for me, I think it's cool, but it's not the coolest thing. However, if you've read the books or the movies, this part is pretty nostalgic. Oh my goodness. On day 20, I made my way to my first potions class, and man, I'm not sure why the entire game doesn't give you mini-games like this for going into classes. Taking inspiration from a game like Bully, as far as school elements go, would have made this game honestly Game of the Year, and a YouTuber like myself wouldn't have to mod this game to make it playable. Things were going well, but I'm still a bit away from becoming the Dark Wizard. What better way to get closer to that than to go into the one spot that I shouldn't go? The Forbidden Forest. I'll be honest with you, there wasn't really much for me to explore here. I was only here during a mission, but I was able to see where the poachers were, where other dark wizards would be hanging out, because I would be coming back here at some point, and I needed to be ready for whatever would potentially be out here when I did come back. Now, the one thing I realized I did not have on my Hogwarts journey so far was a broom. And I needed to learn how to fly, so I need to go to flight class. The fact that it's day 30 and I still don't know how to fly is a bit embarrassing, but hey, it's my own time to shine now.
Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays.
Yes.
Step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up.
Okay, easy enough. Let's do it.
You stupid ratty school broom.
She's not gonna get it up, but I am. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I'm a natural. Look at me. Oh, okay. And I was blown away on how fun flying actually really felt, which made me think there is only one broom I would actually truly want to fly on. So after class, I ran over to Hogsmeade to a special spot to where I could pick up a broom. Here it is, my friends, the one spot you can get a broom. And this wasn't just any broom. This was the one and the only Nimbus 2000.
It's not just a broomstick, Harry. It's a Nimbus 2000.
I'm not sure what it was. The feeling of the new broom, the nostalgia, I have no idea. I felt amazing, but my mood was quickly dropped down.
You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on a broom.
Me? Slytherin Quidditch captain. Jealous of you? Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons.
You can call me a lot of things. You can say whatever you want about what I wear, you can make fun of my stick wand, I don't care. But when you call me a bumbling baboon, that's where I draw the line. So I decided to teach this girl a little bit of a lesson by quite honestly and quite simply just so I beat her record, like a boss. At this point, everyone knows who I am. But I kept a straight head, and I didn't let that fame get to me. I learned even more spells, getting closer and closer to my dark wizard goal. I even decided to duel student with some of my new magic tricks, but I got caught and detention. But then something strange happened, something that made me doubt this entire becoming a dark wizard journey. It was the opening of the Room of Requirement. Oh man, what is this? This room is absolutely massive, and for those that might not know, the Room of Requirement basically puts in whatever you think that you might need. Now, this room was filled with so many Easter eggs from the movies, and if you know what this closet is, well, you're a real Harry Potter fan. So comment and pin the exact time in which I said that, saying you're a real Harry Potter fan. Also, I guess I can't say they don't have Quidditch in this game, because, well, I guess they kinda do. Anyway, the room took its form to what I wanted, and I spent a few minutes customizing it. I will be coming back here, but until then, it was finally Halloween season. Now, again, I'm still a bit away from becoming a dark wizard, and a lot of spells are still yet to be mastered, so I need to turn things up in the coming days. I started learning spells at a quicker pace. I was progressing through the story at a quicker pace, going to classes. And again, learning more and more spells. I did have a roadblock and skipped Charms class, which ended up leading to detention. Now, the fact that I've had only a few detentions in the last 70 days is pretty impressive. I figured I was getting pretty far into my spell knowledge, and it was now time for me to, well, make friends. The way a dark wizard would make friends.
But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason.
If you didn't know, you could do these side quests throughout any part of the story, whether it's the very end or the very beginning. Now, I'm pretty far into the story already, so I guess it's no time better than the present. I decided to help this girl out by figuring out her little painting crisis. And well, I did just that, and I had to tell her I solved it.
I knew there was a connection.
I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
Now I have a choice. What would a dark wizard do?
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Sorry.
You jest.
You should have worked it out on your own.
Exactly.
You have nerve. Especially since I'm the one who told you about it in the first place. imagine solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer?
Okay, she's clearly not happy with that. I then decided to take my good deeds and do it again to yet another so-called friend, the Dark Wizard way.
Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books, but I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight. Perhaps you could get them for me. One of the books is my diary.
Oh, I can help out with that. This is easy. Get her diary, get some of her pages back. Easy. It's kind of crazy that the first page I got was her diary. Oh my goodness, look at what she has to say here. Okay, so she is, she's clearly not happy with, one of her classmates. I wanted to help her out, so I got all the other pages that she needed. Only thing left was to return them. Alright, I have them all. Let's give them back to her.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
About that. Here's what we're gonna do.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
Well, my popularity was now going down a bit. People were starting to see me as kind of a jerk, I guess is a good way to say it. But I didn't care. After all, I'm a dark wizard, and dark wizards don't have very many friends. And before I knew it, it was Christmas! However, just before Christmas, I had a house elf called Deke, who better help me understood how to capture beasts.
Everything's alright now.
But capturing these beasts and then letting them free just felt so fulfilling to me. Oh man, look at that! That was actually really cool. These things are cute. Okay, it's day 90, and I'm still feeding these this puffskin and all my other beasts that I have now. I don't really know if I'm wanting to become a dark wizard anymore at this point. You see, during this time, I was also learning all the unforgivable curses. I had basically started to master every single spell that the game had to offer. Like I said earlier, the Room of Requirement ended up taking me on a completely different journey than I suspected. I now have the option to freely go get beasts and save them from poachers, or I can do what I set out to do in the beginning. In what felt like this long journey I had been on, I had to make a choice, and I had to make it quick. Would young JNO truly want me to become this dark wizard? What would my beasts think of me if I decided to use these unforgivable curses?
You know the smell.
I'm a dark wizard. I mean, come on. You think I was gonna let someone like this guy stop me? I mean, come on. But seriously, if you guys did like this type of video, make sure to like and share so I know to make this type of content going forward. I love you guys all so much. And oh, also check out this video right here. The same guy that made this one that you're watching right now. Yeah, he also made that one. It should be pretty good. All right. I'll see you later.